Hey everybody, welcome. It's Coach Jessica. I am so excited for our February group. I realize that some of you guys have been in past groups and you are continuing on for February, but we actually have quite a few people who are new to this group. So I wanted to come in and say welcome and sort of just explain a little bit about the group and what you can expect. Um, the title of the group is Emotional and Compulsive Eating, and the purpose of this group is to help you get free from that. And you really can get free. You might feel like you are someone who has struggled with this your whole life, and maybe there is no way out for you. And I'm here to tell you there is. I feel very passionate about helping people get free from emotional and compulsive eating. This month, the month of February, is my 6-year anniversary of food freedom. 6 years. Some of you guys know me, some of you don't, but for those of you who don't, just know that from a very young age, I struggled with emotional eating, compulsive eating, overeating, binging and purging, anorexia, bulimia. My low weight at 5'10" was 115 pounds. My high weight was 309 pounds. And there's a lot more to my story than that. I struggle with mental health issues and all kinds of things. But I was able to get free 6 years ago this month. And ever since then, since my own journey to freedom, I have felt called to help other people get there. And I've been able to do that. In the last over 5 years that I've been a coach, I've worked with hundreds of people and spent thousands and thousands of hours helping people break free. So if you're in this group and you struggle with food, and I assume based on the name of the group, and you knew you signed up for a group with emotional and compulsive eating, that that you know that you have a problem, and that's a very good thing, because the first step to getting well is really understanding that you really do have a problem. And hopefully you've understood that everything you've tried up until this point has not worked. And that's a good place to be, because it helps you understand that if nothing you've done up till this point has worked, it's time to surrender and try something new. And that's what I'm going to really ask you to do in this group, is really open yourself up to some different concepts, and know that freedom is available to you. You will hear me use some words in this group. One of them is addiction. Some of you might realize you have a problem with eating, but you've never really put it in that category of addiction. If you notice the header at the top of the group, I put the dictionary definition of addiction, but I want to read that to you. Addiction is the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. With food, it's all those things, right? We're addicted to the substance of food, we're addicted to the thing, the eating, and we are addicted to the activity, pushing food down. Pushing emotions down with food, or eating food to the point that compulsively way past full, where we might even feel physical pain. But this is the part that was most compelling to me, that convinced me that food is absolutely an addiction, not just carbs, but food. The synonyms for addiction are dependency, craving, habit, weakness, compulsion, fixation, and enslavement. And that word enslavement was really, really meaningful to me when I saw that as a synonym for addiction. Again, when you are stuck in a behavior of eating that is in some ways ruining your life, at the very least it's keeping you from living up to your true potential in life. It's a distraction. You are enslaved to that thing. So you're going to hear me talk about food addiction. If you have never considered the fact that you are full-blown addict, that is one of the concepts that I'm going to ask you to sort of wrap your arms around and your brain around as you come into this group. The other thing that you'll hear me talk about is food sobriety. Some of you may have been in programs like Overeaters Anonymous or other things where they talk about sobriety. The definition that I have for sobriety is not knowingly doing things with food that will harm your body. For me, sobriety means I only eat foods that nourish my body. So we'll talk a lot more about that. I just wanted you to already understand that there's some concepts like that you're going to hear me talk about, and I am more than open to talking about or answering specific questions or even entertaining you if you feel like maybe that's not true about you, because I can help you get to a place where you understand that it is. The way this group works is the magic of it is that there is a community of people here, a very small group of people, around 20, who struggle with the same things. One of the things about food addiction, about emotional and compulsive eating, is there's a lot of shame attached to it. And what I have discovered over the last 6 years is that if you can come together with people who you can talk about your food issues with, and you can be open and honest, it removes a lot of the shame. And our addiction operates, it thrives in darkness, in secrecy, in shame. So one of the top things that you can do to change your life and really start to heal is to start to talk about things that in the past have felt shameful to you. I realize that's not easy. For those of you who are new and you're not used to this, take a look around. This group has been going on for a couple months. This particular group has been going on. And look at some of the past posts, and you'll see that people are open, but they're not just open, they're really, really supportive. Now, I started off by giving you the definition of addiction. The cure for addiction is connection. So what this group is mainly about is about education, but it's also about connection, creating connections between like people. And what's cool about it is everybody's at different places in their journey, and that really, really helps. So I am here to lead you, to guide you, to teach you, to inspire you, but the support that you give each other is so critical. The openness that you have here in the group is so, so critical. So the first thing that I'm going to ask every single person in this group, whether you have been in the group and you've stayed or whether you are new to the group, is reintroduce yourself. Tell us your story with food. Tell us why you're here. How did you come to be in a group about emotional and compulsive eating? Don't be afraid. I know that it's hard to open up about this stuff, and I know there are probably things that, again, there's so much shame attached to it, but healing starts when you take the shame away. And I can tell you that there's not a person here in the group that will judge you in any way. In fact, they will rally around you. I've seen that. And you will get the type of understanding that you've probably never gotten from the rest of the world. There's a certain type of understanding with food addiction that only comes when you get understanding from people who have been there or who are in it and are on their own journey. So some more things about the group. I suggest that you come in every single day. Come into the group. Most days I will post a short video, a live video where I'm talking about a concept or I'm teaching you something. So come into the group, watch any new video from me. The time that I post them is random because I fit it into my schedule for the day, but I always record them and leave them here in the group. The other thing you can do is you can check in and you can let people know how you're doing. It's one of the things that makes the group highly effective, which is really important. So you're not just learning, you're using this group for support, and you will get a lot of that here. Again, if you're new to the group, one of the things that you have access to is you have access to videos from the last couple of months. You can go and at the top of your screen, you can click media and it shows pictures and videos. And you can go back and watch the old videos and you can learn from those. It's why I didn't create a whole new group for February. I like that you still have access to some things that we've covered in the past. So you can expect new information every day. You can expect inspiration every day. And then the big thing that we do, I think that's really effective and helps everybody a lot, is we have a live Zoom call on Saturdays at 10 Eastern. And during those Zooms, the first part of the call is where I teach. I talk to you about specific concepts. I walk you through different aspects of healing. But then the back half of the call, I actually give you guys a chance to interact with me and with each other. And I have found that part of this to be so incredibly compelling and useful and helpful for people's growth and healing. So again, the goal of this group is that you will start to come to a place where you have acceptance around your food addiction, that you have the skills to know how to start to overcome that. You will not be fixed in a month. You won't be fixed in 29 days. But you will have skills that you can use to overcome your food addiction once and for all. And more importantly, I think that you will create some relationships here that will help you to stay sober or help you stay on your journey in the future. So anyway, I just want to tell you that I'm really glad that you're here. If you want to go to, in the group, go to the top to announcements. You can see there there's a link to our Zoom on Saturday. If you have any trouble finding anything, you can ask that, make a separate post. You can tag me. I will answer that. The other thing you should know about me is I am a certified nutritionist, but I'm also a life coach. And so we talk about a lot of other things that affect your eating other than nutrition and food. We talk a lot about things like self-esteem and identity. We dig deeper. We tend to go pretty deep into this stuff. Sometimes we talk about childhood trauma. We talk about secondary addictions and things like that. So what you can expect is that there's a lot here. It is not just about food and nutrition and eating. If you're interested a lot in the nutrition part, and I will talk about that some this week, I have made some photos of just different foods that I recommend. We don't want to focus too much on the specific food in the group, but I'm happy to answer any and all questions about nutrition and the actual eating too. We focus on the behaviors, but I am available to you, and this group is available to you as a resource on what you should eat also. So if you actually go up to media and photos at the top of your screen, you'll actually see a list. The food list is there. You can see what my recommendations are. You can see what high protein foods are, what high fat foods are. You can see what vegetables I recommend and things like that. But basically, one of the things you'll learn about me is nothing's really off limits. Anything that I have knowledge of at all that you have a question about is something I am willing to discuss. And I always have an agenda for Saturday's meeting, but I am always happy to add to that. So if there's something specific that you want to talk about, I am always open to making a short video about it or including it on Saturday's agenda. So I'm glad you're all here. You're in the right place. And I'm just really thrilled to even think about what can be by the end of this month. You can make a lot of changes in a month's time, and hopefully there will be things that you hear here that will change you forever. That is my hope. And if nothing else, I hope that you leave with the knowledge that you don't have to stay stuck like you are. It does not matter how long you've been sick. It doesn't matter how sick you are. It doesn't matter how deep it runs in you. the food issues that you have. You can change. If I can change, you can change. So anyway, just wanted to say welcome. I know not everybody has accepted their request to join the group, and then we just had, or their invitation to join the group, and then we just had a couple more people sign up today who are not yet in the group. But I hope that you guys will go ahead and start your introductions. Those of you who are veterans here in the group and you've been here, maybe get us started so that others that are new will feel comfortable. And I know you guys will embrace those folks. So anyway, thanks, and you'll be seeing a lot of me, and I look forward to meeting you all on our Zoom calls. Talk to you soon. Bye.